Hello everyone and welcome back to today's video. Today we are taking a look at Sonoran Radio. I said this video was coming about a year ago and I never got around to it, so I am finally back from my vacation, so I wanted to get around for it and actually take a look of it. Mainly because I've been really into radios recently and I do a lot of radio stuff in real life, so I was like, let's go ahead and check this out, see how accurate it is to real life radios and all that good stuff. So they go over the core concepts here of how they handle the refrequencies and the simplex and duplex systems and everything on how it's kind of set up in the back end, which makes it kind of a reasonable idea of how it works in real life, depending on the system they're using. So this all goes through TeamSpeak using a plugin, and then if you already have your CAD system set up, it will connect to that as well. For the purpose of this tutorial, I'll be using the Sonoran 1 subscription, which will also give you a free 20-slot TeamSpeak server with them. You don't have to do this, you can run it on your own and all that good stuff, but just to keep things easy here, I'm going to use the Sonoran 1, so we have the CAD running, we have the radio running, and they all work together, so I can showcase it all to you. Before we get into this video, I wanted to go over a bit of the pricing. So you do have a free plan if you want to try it out, you have a plus plan, and then you have a pro plan. Everything I'm doing in this video is based around the pro plan, but obviously a lot of it will work if you have a lower plan. It's just limited to kind of what your setup and what your kind of unit counts are going to be. Before you even touch the TeamSpeak or anything else, you need to install your own plugin on your local TeamSpeak installation. The reason for this is because it actually handles it client side, and then it goes to the TeamSpeak server, and then it goes from there. So you can see you have the Windows or Mac OS. Obviously, you'd be using Windows. So I have the Windows 64, so we'll go ahead and just download this. All these links will be down in the description as well. We'll go ahead and open this up, and you can see it's going to have all this, and you're just going to go click install, and you should be installing yes. And it wants you to restart TeamSpeak. We'll go ahead and restart TeamSpeak just like that. Once we get through this, just give it a second. It will auto-update if there's ever updates for it. It's that simple for the local TeamSpeak installation. It's just one quick download, install. Before we go ahead and enter in our TeamSpeak 3 server information, what we're going to do is we're going to go to Tools, we're going to go down to Options, and we're going to scroll down to Add-ons and make sure Sonoran Radio is showing here as enabled. If it's showing here and enabled, you know you are good to go. If you run into problems with it, you can come back here. Normally, it's this error right here, failed to open plugin. Just download and install that Microsoft C++ package, and you should be good to go there. We're going to go here to our Sonoran Radio billing. Since we have a Sonoran 1, we're going to go ahead and use our free 20-slot TeamSpeak server. Go ahead and click this, and this is going to give you a Generate Code button. Obviously, this code is not going to work. It will be blurred out as well, just in case it has some type of bug there. But we're going to go ahead and click Generate Code. And now it's going to go ask you to go to this new link, and you're going to set the slots to 20 and use your coupon code, and you'll get a free server. So we're going to go here. We're going to set the slots to 20 slots, and we're going to go ahead and make a subdomain. Our subdomain will be BGHDDevelopment. Keep it very easy there. Just what our server is. I'll actually just keep it short, BGHD. Go ahead and press continue. Give it just a moment, and then we're going to go ahead and put in our promotion code. Press validate code, and you can see it is now due $0, which is awesome. And then you go ahead and press checkout. Now that I got an email with all my TeamSpeak information, we've confirmed our TeamSpeak options and add-on is installed correctly. What we're going to do is go to connections, press connect. You're going to enter in that server information. If you have a server password set up, you'll enter that, and you'll set up your nickname. For me, I don't have a server password, so I'm just going to go ahead and click connect. Give it a moment. In any moment, you should be able to hear connected, and that means you're going to be inside of the server successfully. There we go. So we are in here, and you can see we are a server admin. We have a default channel group, and we are on their server here, so we know we have our TeamSpeak set up. When we are in our TeamSpeak here, if we go ahead and click here, you can see I have a unique ID for our Sonoran Radio. I'm going to go ahead and copy this unique ID for this Sonoran Radio. And you can see it's not authorized currently. The reason for this is because we don't actually have it set up in our Sonoran server yet. So what we're going to do is we are going to go into our Sonoran Radio client area, and we're going to go ahead and actually create the server. So if we go back here, we can click register your TeamSpeak, put a nickname. I'm going to do this BGHD recording, and enter that server UUID that I just had there, and press register. Now you can see we have an authorization code, and you're going to disconnect from your TeamSpeak server. You're then going to reconnect to the same server again, and we should get a pop-up asking for that authorization code. This is what we're going to do to just paste it in, and then these two are going to be linked. There it is, there's the pop-up, and we're going to go ahead and press in our code and press authorize. Okay, now that we have done that, we can go back to the Sonoran Radio homepage, and we can go back to our subscription and billing. When we're in our subscription and billing, we're going to go ahead and click set server and set it to BGHD recording, or whatever your server is. Go ahead and click yes, and you can see it is now active. So now when we go back to the portal, you can see we now have the pro plan on our Sonoran Radio server, which we can go ahead and click into here. You have your name, and you have your server UUID, and then you have your patrol channels, your profiles, and the permissions. Now that we are in this dashboard, we're going to create some profiles. The first profile I'm going to create is LSPD. This is going to be simple for the police in the city. It's going to automatically set up a transmit and a receive frequency. We're then going to set up some patrol channels. To do this, you're going to go into TeamSpeak here. You're going to create a new channel. I'm going to make it a permanent channel. I'm going to name it LSPD Citywide, because this is going to be a citywide frequency. And go ahead and press OK. In here, you can see the channel ID, and it's going to say there's no patrol channel set to this right now. That's fine. We'll go back here, type in our nickname, LSPD Citywide, type in that. If you don't want to allow units to talk over each other, go ahead and click that button and change the range to what you want. For a citywide frequency, we're going to do a long range, and press save. I'm going to do the same thing once again. I'm going to create a new channel, make it permanent, and do LSPD Vinewood. This is going to be used by only units in the Vinewood city. And we're going to take that ID, and we're going to create a patrol channel, LSPD Vinewood. Enter in that ID. We're going to allow talk over on this one, and this is going to be a medium range. And press save. There you go. Now, if we go ahead and switch these channels and refresh and reconnect, we should see that these are now going to be called patrol channels. Now you can see they are called patrol channels. Open up the dispatch UI by going to plugins, Sonoran Radio, dispatch UI to set your manual frequencies if you want, but obviously you should just be doing default LSD one if you are in here. Channel users, you can see who's currently here, other users who are in that, and your transmission log will pop up here if you're transmitting to other people. All right, so now that we have set up the radio itself, we're going to go ahead and set up the server connection. So what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and download the Sonoran CAD zip file for the radio. Go ahead and download this. And then we're going to install this just like any other plugin we do in Sonoran. So we're going to go to our Sonoran CAD folder and go to plugins. And then in here, you can see we have the Sonoran radio. And go ahead and paste it in there. The one thing I forgot to do is to go in here and rename this to config sonoran.lua, just like that, config sonoranradio.lua in short. And then you're going to go ahead and modify this with Notepad++ and make it enabled true. The reason you have to do this manually is just to make sure you have everything set up so you don't have a problem. You do need to make sure you have your API ID linked properly, otherwise it's not going to work. You can go over on how to do that in game. If you've never set up the CAD before, I have a video on that as well. Now that we've installed the CAD connection, we're going to install the in-game radio itself. We'll download the latest release from this page and go ahead and open it with WinRAR, WinZip, 7-zip. Rather than being a normal resource that you drag into your plugins, we're going to drag these both into the Sonoran CAD folder itself, just like we did with the smart signs in our first tutorial video. In here, you can see you have the Sonoran radio and you have the Sonoran radio update helter. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to your server.cfg and you're going to add exactly what it tells you in the wiki here. So we'll do that right now. Scroll down to where all of our other integrations are and then do ensure Sonoran radio. You will also add all of the permissions. So just paste here, which will allow you to set the owners, save the towers, update, and use the commands itself. Make sure you give the people who you need permission for those resources. If you go down here, you can see all of the commands that you're going to have to use. You have all of your permissions as well. And when you're in game, you'll be able to do /radio to go ahead and use that. If you have the TeamSpeak plugin installed and you're in a channel, the radio will display a connected status. So we'll go ahead and check that out when we get in line. The final thing we have to do before starting up our FiveM server is go to our newly installed radio file. In here, you can see there's a config changeme.lua. You're going to go ahead and rename this and just make it config.lua. Now that we have that renamed, we're going to go ahead and edit it with Notepad++. And you can see in here, you can allow updates with players on, what branch you want to be, what all the URLs are. Should you have no physical towers? Should you have ace perms for the towers, the tower repairs, the radio items, all that good stuff. Very cool indeed. Now, if we go ahead and start up our server, we should see that we have no errors and everything is started up successfully. Let's go ahead and wait for a moment while every single resource I have on this server loads. All right, you can see Sonoran CAD has loaded up successfully. We are in game here. When we're in game, we're going to be, I set myself as in the citywide frequency. You can see under LSPD, it is me in here. If you type /radio, it's going to go ahead and open up your radio. It's going to be off by default, but if you click this right-hand corner button, it's going to go ahead and turn it on. In here, you can see I'm currently connected. I don't have any active calls, so it's not going to show up there, but I'm currently connected to LSPD with these frequencies here. You can see I don't have any other contacts. It's just me in here. And you can see I have my scan enabled, but I don't have anything other than my default channel I'm on right now. I can toggle between those radio presets by just clicking the center button. And then this little yellow button over here is the panic button. Since we have it connected to our CAD here, if I go ahead and click that yellow button.
Panic unit, A1830229, North Calafia Way.
So it's going to go ahead and set off that panic mode button, which also connected to our CAD here. If I clear this, obviously it's going to toggle it over here on the radio as well. If I go ahead and press my push to talk button, which is you can see it picks up the radio to my ear. It changes red on there and it tells me what talk group I'm in and all that good stuff. I can release it to go ahead and release that. Press escape to go ahead and put it away. If I don't have the radio out and I press U, I'm just going to go ahead and talk directly into my shoulder, like if I had a shoulder mic on as well. Releasing it releases that. So there you go. It is working. I unfortunately don't have another player where I can go ahead and test this out with. But overall, it is a pretty cool resource. It lets you create cool setups. If you wanted to set up towers and stuff, you can go ahead and do a tower. I think it's literally just create tower, spawn tower. It's probably spawn tower. Yeah, that's it. You can type /spawn tower, give it a second, and then it's going to go ahead and spawn a tower at your location. And then up there, you can see it actually has the Sonoran radio type of like logo on it. So if you spawn these around the city and you have destruction enabled inside of your Sonoran radio configure files, criminals can come out here, destroy the radios, and then you'll have to come out and fix them. I don't know if I have it enabled. I don't think I have destruction enabled right now. Yeah, it's not enabled right now. But if I did, if you destroy it, you walk up there, press a G, and you would repair the radio frequencies. So if you decide to do something like that, you can feel free to set that up. And then to save that tower's location, you just do /save towers. I'm not going to do it because I don't want this tower here. But if you needed to save it like that, you would type /save towers. So it is a pretty cool resource. Hopefully you did enjoy today's video. If you have any questions with it, they have a support team willing to help. And yeah, hopefully it is something you can use on your server. And maybe I can showcase it when I have a couple other people on for a future video. So thanks so much for watching, everybody. I'll see you in the next one.
But I'm confused. Shouldn't you be keeping me at 10 when you're 2? I can't help but feel sympathetic, I do. You think you're bad boy, but I feel bad for you.